Alrighty. Good morning, chat. I'm sleepy. Ugh. I did not sleep well last night at all. Why? Well, temperature is a finicky thing. Last week we suffered a lot of heat, like summer heat, and we didn't even have the covering off of our air conditioner off yet. So we kind of had to make do with like the one fan we have and try to like make at least have the bedroom be cool. Once the sun went down, it was perfectly fine. It had a nice chill to sleep in. I guess I got too cold yesterday, so it got to the point where I was aching too much and kept wanting to go back to sleep. So I took a nap twice. Not super long. I think the longest was 2 hours, but it wasn't super long. And then I went to bed before Forrest did last night, and I was around 10ish. Got up at 12:30 because I was thirsty. So I was like, all right, I'll sit up and watch a couple things, sip on a drink. No need to chug it and upset my stomach or anything. And then I went to bed at 2. I must have like slept for only another hour, and then I just couldn't fall back to sleep until probably 6 this morning. Forrest was up by the time I actually did fall back to sleep, but kinda, kinda screwy. Kinda screwy and messed up. This week, the temps are supposed to be about average, I think, for April. It's going to be like in the highs between 50 and 60, with the lows at night being, I think, in the 40s. So hopefully it balances out. I hope. So, other than that, what'd you guys do this weekend? I actually got to go to an arcade. It was a small arcade, mind you, but it was still an arcade. Oh, there's Paimon being the freaking drama queen that she is. Okay, I'm pretty sure I saw it was the Elan's birthday. I'm kind of surprised she gave one of the cores to that thing. But yeah, we got to go to a arcade that recently opened up. Oh, an hour. Yeah, I went on late last night. So I might not actually get those today. We had an arcade open up. It was late March, I think, is when it opened. So we decided to give it a couple weeks and then go and check it out. It was actually pretty packed, to be honest.
This realm is
Um, my real critique for it though, like I feel it could use more variety in terms of the games that it has. It had like,
if you ever have it.
let me think. Two. I'm gonna count one of them as one machine because it has like I think 6 total claw machines, but one of them looked like it was like a combined machine that just had like Mario plushies in it. So it might as well just be one machine. Um and then it had a whole bunch of pinball machines, only 2 skee ball machines plus a little like the basketball one. Um the only like fighting game I remember seeing at all in there, like not even Street Fighter, it was literally Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Because Forrest did play that one. But like no other fighting games. There was no beat 'em ups. Think of like Fatal Fury or anything like that. Had Guitar Hero, had DDR, one machine for each. I can't remember the racing one it had. But it actually had one of like the bikes that you could actually sit on. And I can't remember much else. Like there wasn't a heck of a lot in terms of variety. Now I want to point out that the space is also really, really small. So you probably weren't going to get a huge ass variety in there. But I feel that they could have cut down on the pinball and put other machines in there. I don't know how they got their machines either. I don't know if it was just part of somebody's collection and they just decided to open an arcade or something. But I feel that they could have had some other stuff in there. So for me, the only thing that I was really interested in were the claw machines. Go figure. I want to play the gotcha. Um, Nothing really stand out in them. They were all plushies, except for one that was like Pokeballs, and I guess the Pokeballs could have a key in it, and if you got the key, you could get a figurine, which all the figurines, though cute, were just Pikachu dressed as another Pokemon. Like having like a cloak of some kind to dress up as the other Pokemon. So again, cute, but nothing really like, wow, I really want this. Now, if he was dressed as Eevee, sure, you probably would have gotten my attention. But there was nothing really stand out there. Now, what did I do? I was looking at the Pokemon claw machine because with the plushies in it, because most of them were Eevee, Eevee or its evolutions. There was a giant Growlithe in there too. So as I'm looking, there is a boy playing the Pokemon one, trying to get an Eevee Mimikyu. I had never seen an Eevee Mimikyu before. There was also a Jolteon, uh, Glaceon. I was a Vaporeon. I think it was Glaceon, and a Sylveon. Sylveon wasn't actually in the spot where you could actually
Observe.
pick it up. I think you would have had to have it put in the machine proper. But I was like, huh, I had never seen these Mimikyus before. So obviously I'm like waiting for the boy to finish. So because if he got it, cool. But you know, if not, you bet your ass I'm gonna go for it. So like he runs out of money, so he has to stop. And I guess he might have been like upset that he hadn't gotten it, which you know, reasonably so. He had some solid attempts on it too. Like he had it in the claw. The claw just wouldn't keep a hold of it. Because, you know, claw machine, it's what they do. So the mother comes back to give it one more shot and sees me standing in front of the machine. I'm just waiting for Forrest to come over with the quarters. And she was like, oh, are you actually going to start playing the game? I was like, oh, I'm just waiting for quarters. So if you want to try for the Eevee Mimikyu again for him, go for it. Like, I'm not going to stop you. Like, that would be mean. I'm not going to gatekeep it. If you win it, you win it. So she tried it once more, and it once again just dropped it. Absolutely freaking dropped it. So I was like, all right, cool. Forrest comes over. We must have spent like maybe $13. We had $20 in quarters. It might have been about $13 or so. And I ended up with the Mimikyu. Not only did I get the Mimikyu in that grasp, I actually ended up with the Glaceon too. Not the Mimikyu Glaceon, but just a normal Glaceon. And it was just like, oh, okay, cool. I got a twofer. That's amazing. And then like a little girl came up and saw that I was holding two plushies as I was playing playing the claw game. And she was just like, "You got two stuffies?" And I was like, "I sure did." And they were about to ask another thing, and it almost sounded like they were going to be, "Can I have one?" Not even joking. The dad kind of pulled them away very quickly. It was kind of funny. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna try again. I was trying for the Jolteon Mimikyu. I think I grabbed that one maybe twice and it let go. And then there was another just plain old Eevee that was kind of cute that that I don't have. And I was like, oh, I kind of want that Eevee. And I kid you not, two more times, I was close to getting a twofer. But the claw broke. Like, it didn't break, but you know, it dropped the plushies. So it didn't hold. And I was just like, oh. And then right at the very end, like Forrest played Marvel vs. Capcom, and then the Super Mario Brothers pinball machine that they had set up. That freaking Mario pinball machine was, oh my god, hurting my eyes. That thing flashed so much. Hey Onwet, how you doing? You check the Petit Planet Center page to see if you got... Nope, because I completely forgot about it. Are signups still going on for it, or is that past and people are being accepted now? And truth be told, the only reason I completely forgot about it is because there's been no like active news saying, "Hey, Petite Planet." Anyway, yeah. So that pinball machine was so flashy, like it was hurting my eyes. It was so flashy. So after Forrest got done with that, he decided to use the rest of the quarters to try to get me the EV, and we couldn't get it.
Water bomb! Insulation chamber. Swirl, Mark 2. Animo test 6308. Absorption test.
Why did your swirl sound weird? She sounded so angry saying Swirl Mark 2. So the arcade was fun. Why did I do that? I just did that completely backwards. Don't ask me why I did it backwards. I just did. They've been pushing a lot of vids and images on their Twitter and Toyoverse, but not a lot of people are looking there. I mean, a lot of people, like, if you're like me, I nuked my Twitter, so yeah, I'm not seeing anything like that. But, like, I haven't even seen an email, I don't think, to basically, like, say, hey, I'm interested in this. Let me know when stuff is happening. And I haven't seen Jack. Okay, got it. Good job, Flins. The only pinball you need is basically that Windows XP. I mean, I'll just take NES pinball. I used to play that all the time on Animal Crossing, the OG. I'd spend hours playing that thing. But a couple other critiques I would give the place. Again, they can't probably help like how big the spot actually is. So I totally get only having, you know, X amount of space for certain games and whatnot, and picking and choosing or what have you. The other thing about this arcade, the actual name of the place is Artcade. So it combines the love of an arcade with art. There's classes going on or seminars or whatever at certain points that are paid. You have to pay to do those. But you would have that. They have like art supplies on sale in the place. So like if you do end up going to one of those things, you need a sketchbook, you can buy one right there if you wanted. This is hours. He's fishing up. Yep, fishing up the coelacanths definitely is a memory from that too.
Flash attack!
Annihilation mode.
Stay clear! Absorption test.
You can jump back all you want. I'm still gonna kill you. So the art supplies were kind of neat, so to speak. I hadn't seen a pad of tracing paper in years, by the way. And they actually had a few of them there. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. In terms of brands, it was mostly Faber-Castell, which is fine. Faber-Castell definitely has a cheaper budget option in some regards. So I don't think I would see like anything like the Luminous or anything like that. I think those are the super light fast ones. But I was like, okay, yeah, I can see what you're doing. I see what you're putting down. I didn't see anything like air dry clay or anything like that in there. But they had oil paint, they had acrylic paints, oil pastels. So I was like, all right, you got your bases covered. I appreciate that. But when you looked at like the case for the prizes that you could trade in for tickets, that's kind of where I think they need to step it up a little bit. because it was literally like little trinkets that you would buy at the dollar store for the most part. And I'm like, I should actually see how many tickets it takes to get something in there because the only thing that caught my attention was a small sketchbook and the Sakura Micron fine liners. Now, a single Sakura Micron is typically, I think, $3 at Michael's. Might be a little bit more than that nowadays because inflation, but also I've stopped using microns for years at this point. But it was literally them putting the stock from the little art store section in the prize counter. And again, it wasn't much. It was literally just like your standard black fine liner and a little sketchbook. But if that's the only thing catching my attention, there's no way I would dump money into like the skee ball machine or something like that. I'm not going to wreck my arm. Yes, this is me at 42 saying wreck my arm playing skee ball. The thing I used to play all the time as a kid when we would go to Hampton. Saw the island that people who actually not that I looked away and I couldn't tell where I was anymore. The arcade that you went to had a gimmick where any ticket at the end and then 7 was worth times 10's the value. Yeah, incentivize trying out different machines. Yeah, that would totally incentivize trying out different machines. It's a butterfly. I was like, what the frick is in that window? Like I remember again, we didn't do too much as a kid, as kids, with the tickets. Partially for two reasons. One, that was kind of my dad's territory. Whenever we would go to the beach, my parents were very much expecting us to go hit the arcades.
Cleanup sequence in
My brother and I would tend to play one of two beat 'em ups. Side scrolling beat 'em ups. We played The Simpsons and we would play Turtles in Time. Those were the two big ones. But especially when I was younger, I wanted to play skee ball. I had fun with that. My mom used to play that with me as well. But my dad, he would go play the video poker. He would sit down at that machine and play 5 card. All right. I also want to point out this is also around the time my mom found out that I knew how to play poker. I was like 8 or 9. Because I got bored at one point and went over to my dad and I was like, I want to play. So I sat at the machine next to him. He put money in and I'm just going there, just playing and everything. And my mom figured out that I knew what I was doing. And she's like, when the heck did you learn how to play poker? And the actual answer is when I was 3. My dad and a family friend taught me how to play 5 card when I was 3 years old. Myrtle Beach had amazing arcades, but cigarette butt coated beaches. Thankfully, Hampton Beach wasn't too littered with anything like that I can recall. After a while, like still even fairly young, I don't remember when we stopped actually going by the ocean because anytime we went, where we could actually take that little day trip or something like that, the beaches were always way too crowded to even just sit and enjoy the ocean. So we were always on the boardwalk. Wow, how rude! Get back here. But yeah, the poker machines would actually spit out tickets. So my dad would constantly get like a lot of tickets and then split them between me and my brother to get whatever we could trade them in for. There's only two things I remember getting as a prize. One was a plushie of George Jetson and Astro. Astro was another one of them. So I remember getting them. And I remember getting a pair of sunglasses that when they got exposed to the sun, they would actually darken in color.
Animal Test 6308.
You actually weren't with them? That's weird. But yeah, I remember getting the sunglasses. I used those sunglasses for a long, long time. I think I had those until I was in middle school. So they were quite durable. But that was about it. That's all I really remember. Because, like, the stuff that you would really want obviously would cost, like, thousands and thousands of tickets. All right, before I go in, let me take some coffee. Mm. Oh, num num coffee.
Cleanup sequence absorption test.
Night falls.
Well, we're gonna have to. Yeah, you're gonna go in the center anyway.
Chew on this. Installation chamber. Animal Test 6308. Stink.
Be silent. Night falls.
Yeah, this is the free to play account doing the doing our artifact grind. I didn't play too terribly much over the weekend, so I do have I want this to have the double crit, but it's actually not bad for a Nefa or a Bina. Whenever I can get Bina. We'll cope. We'll cope. Skill is on the papilla.
Absorption test.
Close your eyes. Observe. Do you fear the dark?
I don't remember. My
Close your
quickest on my
eyes.
main is the Hera.
Good luck. Flash it. Defensive mode engaged.
Observe.
I mean, I'm not gonna sneeze at like 22 seconds on this account though. Using Skirk. What is your Skirk team for the Papilla? I'm just curious because I actually here, I'll do this for you guys too. If you want to take a peek. Oh no, can't do that there. Don't do that. You're gonna make me go like this. You want to see my Fearless clear? I did actually manage to clear Fearless on my main. Layla, Fiorina, Iced Coffee, and Skirk. Okay. That's actually not that bad. I'm going to assume you don't have Sitlali. Sitlali wouldn't do technically a hell of a lot for Skirk, but she would have at least given Night Soul to bust down the Papilla. Those are hideous.
Cleanup sequence in the... Stand clear! Absorption test!
Close your eyes. To dust. Be silent.
Chew on this! Defensive mode.
To dust.
Okay, and we got some condensed here. So let's get these condensed runs out of the way.
Good luck! Stay clear!
Observe. Do you fear the dark? Be
Well, I got the
silent.
crit in, but unfortunately he can only get one charge hit in.
Installation channel. Animal test 6308. Absorption.
Close your eyes. Observe. Do you fear the dark?
Tried using sit with Mav, but they couldn't do it. With Layla, let her do a lot of... Okay. Things with her stars. Okay, and I guess with Fiorina and Escoffier, it is enough continuous off-field element to actually break down the papilla. This is on Menacing or Fearless? I will hold on to that. We are going to definitely hold on to coping pieces for oh my god, those are all bad. For Columbina.
Chew on this! Cleanup sequence in the...
Be silent. Close your eyes. Night falls.
My little pony, apocalypse pony.
Good luck! Being done! Defensive mode in... Animal test 6308. Stay clear!
Be silent. Do you fear the...
No. Crit rate, no crit damage. Can I please get double crit on something?
Cleanup sequence in the... Animal test 6308. Stay...
Close your eyes. Be silent. Do you fear the dark? Night falls.
Good luck!
I love how I went to every other character other than
Animal
freaking...
test 6308.
Observe. Close your eyes. Night fall.
That was messed up, man. EM with nothing on it. Crit rate, no crit damage. 2 more. Like to remind everybody that I'm trying to actually upgrade Klee and Durin with doing this. And I'm getting nothing for them.
Defensive mode in... Absorption test.
No, you gotta go to Flynn's. There we go.
To dust.
Go into the middle.
Go claw! Cleanup sequence in the... Animal test 63...
Observe. Be silent. To dust.
Alright, one more. And I just remembered that it's Monday and I forgot to go do the bosses, so... Wait, did I? Oh my god.
Good luck! mode engaged. Absorption test. Animo test.
Close your eyes.
Go into the center. Thank you.
Flash attack. Insulation chamber. Absorption test.
Be silent. To dust.
Because I went to the teapot. I don't remember if I grabbed the... No, if I grabbed the thing. Pyro damage on set. Fantastic. It is absolute dog doo-doo. Wow. Just wow. I did not grab it. You can tell I was here,
This realm.
and I didn't go in and buy it. Really. Alright.
If you ever have any.
Plants can stay where they are. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Mondstadt. Both of these would be in Mondstadt. I'll go to Storm Terror first. And I went to the statue, didn't I? I did indeed. Is he over here? No. You almost play people playing with lag. The fact that I was literally, I think, what, 2 seconds away from, like, not clearing with Arlecchino? Oh boy. There's no way anyone with 150, 200 ping is popping that barrier in time. Yeah. No, I agree with you. And I think my ping typically was sitting around 30... I would dare say 35 at the lowest and, like, 50 at the highest. So whenever, like, you guys have heard me before, especially when I was playing on the, what the hell is it called? The remote play, using the remote play for, streaming. Like, my ping was all over the place. And I'm like, dude, if you play with high ping, like, if you're on an Asian server and you're a North American player or something like that, I applaud you. I could never, ever do that. Oh, did I get the feather? I did. Awesome. Okay. So now, starting tomorrow, if I decide to, I can not bother doing artifacts. Although on this account, I might still do the artifacts. We still might as well go in and get stuff for Chongyun, so... Because as of right now, he's going to be our only cryo option. And, you know, might as well finish him out for the theater, right? He tried his best. Alright, now the question. Will Cleanse behave himself?
Defensive mode engaged. Excel. Chew on this.
I have a question. Where was she aiming?
Animo test 6308. Absorption test. Look, a rainbow.
The long sleep beckons.
Alright, we got one of Chongyun's. That's fine. That's not. And neither is that. His only saving grace is new character. Ah, the one of the last times I tried fighting him, and it was on this account, because again, I've been fighting him for Chongyun. Oops. Somehow, some way, Flynn's got yeeted off of his back. Like, he's just standing there normally like this, and then all of a sudden he was just sliding off. Like, not even sliding down, just sideways. And I can't even figure out how. To the point where like I'm like, I have to actually two-phase this? Are you kidding me? With frickin' Nodcry unit? But I do remember when Dvalin scared me a little bit. Not as much as the wolf, though. The wolf and Tartaglia. I don't know what it is about Child, but he hits like a frickin' bus. Let's take a look on the past. Nope, not here. I was not close enough.
Installation chamber deployed. Preparing for dust up. Swirl! Mark 2! Stay clear!
Close your eyes. Observe.
Really?
To dust.
Good one!
Ow!
Being done! Cleanup sequence absorption test!
Yeah, I love that.
Installation chamber. Animal test 6308! Stay clear!
Be silent. Night falls. Observe. Night falls.
Okay, we got one of each. And a solvent, and wow. The wolf gave today. Andrea's decided to give. I actually did not know that. I never paid attention. You had a friend Alt F4 and almost uninstall until I told him to use Kaching's E when fighting him? Huh, I never noticed that. And you want to know why I never noticed that? Look, I'm going in there with Flynn's and so it's Electro Charge, and I go in there with Nouvelette, who just goes burr. And this was before he was C6. He still went burr. Yeah, crappy feather. But again, one of each, which is really solid. We got a catalyst billet, so we can make another prototype if I need it, or we can make a map of mare if I need it, and a solvent. So yay. All right, Flint, let's go heal you because you almost died again. I gotta figure out what is up with the weather app on my phone. Like every freaking time it goes to like update or something, it like tells me, but it shouldn't be updating like every week. I'm pretty sure.
Add Astra at
Did this go
Thank you
moon
for
pie?
completing.
Moon pie. It's totally what I heard. All right, we're doing okay. So we have this week before the banners flip. The only thing that matters for that is the 60 primos from doing Linnea's quest. So I don't think that's going to matter too terribly much. $1,800 could be better. All right, Clee, we got one of yours, but you needed two, right? Yeah, you still needed two. So we can almost get your burst up, and then Chongyun, same thing. Okay, so Chongyun can get his skill up. All right, let's go get the masts, and we'll up that for Chongyun. And then he just needs two more, and then he'll be all set. We're only going to take him to 9. Excellent. All right, not too shabby. I didn't. I didn't get to play until very late in the days.
Welcome. How can I help you?
So I didn't do that yet. But we'll do a little bit more of that probably when I flip over before Star Rail. Oh, my biggest complaint so far with that quest, it has nothing to do with the story in and of itself. It's just the fact because it's not voiced, I need something to hold my attention sometimes, especially when I'm tired. And there's no sound. Like, not even the music is loud enough, if there's any, to basically keep me alert. All right, speaking of my main, though, let me pop over to it so we can do dailies over there and do a little of exploration, I think, before we flip over to Star Rail. So, be right back. I did turn off my mic. Good thing I checked. Oh, you know what I should have done? I'll do it tomorrow if I remember. I was going to re-roll one of Flynn's pieces. And I know I was going to do that on my main too, but I'm starting to think if I should do it for early or not. Out of all the characters on my main, because like I said, Nuvala gets cock blocked a lot. So I've been relying on Arlecchino. And the funny thing is that it never crossed my mind to actually use Skirk on the Papilla. No joke, my brain immediately just went to, hey, I am going to use Arlecchino and burning Arlecchino because that's what worked. Oh, Furina, you're the only one that can break the. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Nope. Go, Lumi. yeah! Gotta make sure I utilize Lumi. Not Linnea, Lumi. It's all Lumi. I do gotta remember to use Furina on the goose though, because I still like getting the fowl. 'Cause you never know when I need to make sweet madames. Yep, that's why I had said I was going to use Furina on the goose, because I was just like, oh, Linnea can just shoot it. It's fine. And then I captured it. I was like, oh, yeah. But oh my god, it's going to make it so much easier to get that achievement. I won't have to remember to go get the stupid balls. Because guess what? I used the ones I had. If you guys remember that I was doing that for the achievement, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to start going to get those every week. I forgot every single time. Honest, like I'll say it again too. Like I am honestly happy I chose Linnea over Lauma. Don't get me wrong, I like Lauma. I like her as a character. I love her design and everything, and she would still do Nouvellette shenanigans, which I'm all for. But I think Linnea was the
My
better choice,
apologies.
not just for the gecko
This heavy
either.
rain
Because
must be
I
quite an
probably
inconvenience for
so I
you.
did try this. So again, my video of my clear is literally the clear. It's not what I had tried prior. Farina, she totally whiffed.
It's over.
So I did try, because I was trying, the Zabai team and stuff like that first. And I kept coming up short. So I couldn't tell if it was just an issue with me using Zabai, or if it was the fact that Linnea is still level 80, level 8 talent, and a level 60 slingshot. So I went, well, this worked in, oh, I meant to call Lumi. Oops.
I can still. Let me try.
So I was like, well, this worked in Menacing and it worked in the Abyss. Let me try Nuvi with Noelle. And just having part of Nuvi's premium team. So in this case, it was Shilonin and Furina, the same team I used in the Abyss. And I think Nuvi got it down to about half. Because Noelle just took too long to break the shield. She can do it. She can do it reliably. But that shield just has so much HP. So I wasn't able to just strong arm it. And the only way I was going to be able to do anything else would have been overload with Arlie. Problem. If you guys remember, this account has no Natlan DPS. So I would have still needed Sitlali on the Papilla because I would have had to run Skirk. So for me, I would have been like, all right, I'm just going to use Sitlali over here. This would have technically left Arlecchino a little bit vulnerable. Unless I ran Zhongli. So I could have done Zhongli and then done Overload with Fischl and Durin. But again, my Chev isn't C6. I think she's C4 on this account. So, I don't know if it would have made a huge difference to run her that way. But I opted just to go back to using Zibai. And that's the thing that made me go, all right, I'll give this a shot if I can beat the Papilla with Arlecchino. And I got the clear in 2 shots. The Harrow was a gimme, because I had Flynn's. And yeah, I was like, all right, so what do I do here? What do I need to change? This also reminds me that I need to flip stuff back around. I had to change Aluga off of the Khitan. Where, because I was like, yeah, he'll get the energy back. It's fine. But waiting for that energy to come back to him to burst was actually screwing me up. So I put him on Dragon's Bane instead. It's also higher EM, so he probably should have been on that anyway. And then Columbina was another issue. Where this is actually mostly because of Linnea. So because Linnea was only level 80 with 8 talents, her heal on some of the characters were not enough to get rid of the debuff. She couldn't cleanse it. So I actually needed a little bit of healing from the prototype Amber. So I changed to the Amber on her, which also helped with a little bit with the energy too. And then it was fine. So I'm actually glad I did that. But it also showed just how good Linnea can be when used correctly. I was watching somebody try to do some Stygian help to clear Fearless, and they had Linnea, but they didn't have Zebai or Navia. They had Ito instead.
Silence!
Show no mercy!
The tides beckon.
Get him, Lumi. So yeah, they were doing the gecko with Linnea, right? And this specific Linnea, he changed the build on them. It's just slightly. So instead of having, I don't remember what I think it was Fav. I think they had her on Fav, and they was like, oh no, you have an Aqua. We can put an Aqua on her instead. I was like, no, I respect that. I respect putting on the Aqua. And then they kept doing the tap, tap, tap on Lumi to break the shield. And it was barely even breaking one segment of the shield. And I'm sitting there looking at it like, you should know better than to do that. You should just tap to bring Lumi out and so it attacks frequently. And I was sitting there watching this with Forrest, and I'm like, here's the thing. I was corrected on that. If you guys remember, it was Onwed who was actually telling me about that with Lumi. Was if you tap, Lumi would attack more frequently, but if I did the front-loaded damage, yeah, it's front-loaded damage, but he doesn't do consistent attack, or she doesn't do consistent attacks anymore. So I was like, oh, okay, so that's what I was doing wrong, because every time I saw somebody play Linnea, they kept front-loading the damage. So thank you, Onwed, for actually teaching me how to play Linnea. The infinite spin attack where I open the map, like I start the charge and open the map. Something like that. You basically have to book to actually do it. Wonder if that helps with the shield breaking. I honestly don't know. Because, like, one thing's for sure, that, like, when the second time the shield came up, she definitely got to kill it faster because I had her burst. Whereas when you start, you don't have it. So that was also a problem.
Well met. Looks like ice. Through.
But yeah, the Linnea Zebai team was the only one I really had to change anything around on. I don't think I did that for anything for Flynn's. Well, that's not true. You guys did see me do this. I actually had to change artifacts around because Enefa was going to be on Silken because I run Noblesse on Ino, and Ino was with Flynn's as opposed to Columbina, who was with Zabai. And because I am running the Zabai team, that meant that Luga was on Silken and she could be on the other DPS set. So I gotta change those back. We will do that after I finish my artifact route. But there wasn't too much I had to change around on my normal build, and that's something I kind of am prideful of in terms of my main account. If I do clear Fearless and everything, yeah, and I try every which way I can to that would help. The one thing I don't typically do and haven't really needed to do, ooh, I am DCing, cool. That I don't typically need to do is actually change builds to put people on Favonius. There is only 2 characters that ever touch Favonius, really, that I primarily use. And that's Fiorina and Dahlia. Now, if I had to run Skirk and everything, like, I think if I had to run Skirk, I don't know if I would have run Zebai. Like I said, I probably would have tried Arlie Overload. So if that was the case, then Fiorina would have gone back onto Chiori's weapon because Dahlia would have had the Favonius. And I typically haven't really needed a reason to run more than one in a team unless it's the only option I have. Because, like, other weapons just make no sense, right? And then there was the one attempt with Noelle, and Noelle was automatically on Fab anyway. Why? So, like, I'm pleased with myself in the fact that, like, I tend to semi-overtune with energy, but I also do enough research to know where it feels comfortable, what I'm supposed to be looking for in terms of that energy. And I think it was on I think it's on the free-to-play account. I'll double check. I don't think I changed it on this one. But I believe it's on the free-to-play account. I actually had to put Fiorina on an ER Sands as opposed to HP just so she can burst consistently because she's usually solo Hydro. So she needs a little bit of a boost.
Bow your head.
Fulfill our pact! Go, Lumi!
Get him, Lumi!
The wrong test subject.
Lumi does not like the cooking pot. But before I reset everything on my my characters that I did change stuff around with, I will show the builds in case anybody wants to see them that watches the video. Because I definitely forget even when I'm doing it while streaming if I clear it then. But when I do stuff like that off stream and I'm just like, oh, I'll just take the video from my PlayStation and upload it because I did get the clear, I always forget to show the build off after. I make sure in the description of the video to tell you what constellation and or refinement of a signature weapon if they have it. But I keep forgetting to show like the actual I hit you, you dumb pig.
Silence!
All right. That is artifact route done. All right. So let's see. The first team, well, we can go in order the way I cleared it in the video. So that was Arlecchino's team. Doo-doo. So the first person in there would have been Bennett. So Bennett's on Skyward Blade. And he's on Noblesse. And this is what his looks like right here. Primarily HP, ER. Little bit of crit rate, which is very negligible on him since he's not running Fav. I almost want to say that was a Farina old piece, but honestly, that might have just been Bennett straight up. And healing bonus circlet. Again, that didn't matter for Arlecchino, but just in case I got nailed by something else, the other characters were taken care of. So he's sitting at 278
Wow.
ER.
Where
So
did
yeah,
that
he
come
gets his
from?
burst very, very reliably, even in Stygian. And that's all you got to really worry about on Bennett. His base attack probably could be higher, but I'm not gonna complain too much. Again, he gets his burst
Benny's
back
adventure
often enough
team,
for the buff to always be
assemble!
active. And then of course we have the lovely Granny Sitlali. I'll show this first because her crit stats went way down. Because when she was originally coming out, I remember people saying that she needed crit, and I had some good crit pieces, but no ER. So she's still a work in progress to a degree. She's on her SIG. Bennett is also C6, just to say that. Really good feather with ER, or flower with ER. ER is not bad on the feather either. She has to be on an ER stance. Otherwise, she does not get her burst back. That might have been more important before I got her signature, if I'm being honest, but as long as I can get the reaction to get Cinder City to go up, it's all well and good, because sometimes she doesn't get it, specifically when she follows Bennett. I've noticed she doesn't actually get it. So with running her with Arlie and Bennett, with doing the burning from Emily, it's kind of hard to see Cinder City go off sometimes. But she's mostly EMER, and she's C1. And then there's, of course, Emily, who's C0. These are her stats right now. She could use a little bit more ER, if I'm being honest, because you would want the tier 3 of her lantern, but 58. And her crit rate could be higher, but you can see that she's on the Calamity Queller. So that's all well and fine. Her artifacts are pretty solid, though. She kept slowly getting upgraded as I was getting stuff for early. So honestly, not too bad. If push came to shove, if I wanted her with more crit, I probably would have put her on Jade. And again, C0. I mean, do you guys really care about seeing the talents? Most of them are crowned. If I use them often enough, they're crowned. She got crowned because she was running with Arlie pretty constantly. And then, of course, there's Arlie, who is triple crowned. And you've seen the build before, but we'll quickly go over it. She's on her SIG. She is on Whimsy. So yeah, that was the team that beat the Papilla. And then, of course, we had Flynn's. So we start with our old faithful Clanker. Honestly, not too bad at all. I wish her crit rate was a little bit higher, but I can't really complain. She is on her Sig. And she is on Silken for this team since we had to use Ino. She honestly could use a little bit more elemental mastery, I think. But otherwise, I think it's pretty solid. She's C0, double crowned. Sucrose, of course. We'll do quickly look at Sucrose. She is C6. And she is literally EM ER. And honestly, her EM is kind of low, if I'm being honest. But she's on Even Star, 4-piece VV. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Her EM is actually pretty solid for having EM on every piece. And these two actually rolled into EM quite a bit, so can't complain on that. And she is C6. She is not crowned. Yeah, she's at 9. I don't think this really mattered, but I just did that for my feeble little brain. And then we have Ino. Again, Ino is one of those characters where I didn't necessarily have to level the talents. These are at level 8 right now. And that's where they're staying. Especially because she got phased out. She is C6. I was lucky enough to get C6 when I was going after my C1 Flins. When Flins originally came out. And then she's learning Noblesse. These were Sing Cho's pieces, I believe. So she just kind of inherited them. Except for the EM Sands. I actually did luck out and have an EM Sands on set. The funny thing here, I still want to know, like, if anybody understands this, can you please tell me, like, what the thought process is? Like, here it's recommending hydro damage, but her talents are negligible, so why would you bother doing that? And not instead of just putting her on elemental mastery? Just let me know. I'm kind of curious. And then the crit rate. Crit rate was literally the only thing I could think to throw on her, really, that I had. Mainly because if I needed to run Fab, I could. But yeah, she didn't really need it. Oopsies. And she's on this. Her Flame Forged Insight. Those are her stats. Again, it's whatever. As long as she can get her burst up for Flynn's, it was fine. And then Flynn's, of course, his stats here. So because he's on the crit rate set, he's that's what, plus 30. So he's at 87 over 260, which isn't bad at all. He's on his signature. Out of curiosity, because this was the thing I needed to reshape. I could do it the one time. But these are his artifacts. This could be better, but it does have attack in it, so I'm not going to poo-poo it. Honestly, would like to up this a little bit higher, which is why I'm looking at it to reshape it. 17. I mean, because he's C1, R1, he should be fine if I lower the ER a little bit, if I reroll that. And then, of course, the man is double crowned. So this is the one that I had to change the most, was the Zibai team. So Aluga is, honestly, I probably should crown him because he is integral to this team. So I might do that. I have 5, from craft 5, I have 8, so I can't crown that, but I can up this. So he's at 8-9 for his talents. He is C6. I was lucky enough to get that back with his release because I went for C6 Nuvi and Zubai, and I lost twice. So I definitely had opportunity to get it. He is on Dragon's Bane, which is not usually what I have him with, but he's going to stick with it because Khitan doing the Khitan things did definitely screw up a little bit. So he's at 172 ER, which I think is fair. especially since he's with 3 other Geos or 2 other Geos. And then he's on Silken. So unfortunately, like I definitely like this could use defense percent as well. Didn't have it. Same with this. It rolled way too much into the other stuff, but it was on set. This one's all right. This could use elemental mastery, and this could use elemental mastery. But I ain't gonna complain for double crit. That's actually pretty solid. It's pretty solid. And then of course we have Linnea. I'm just trying to remember what the party order was. So Linnea is not bad. But again, this is the thing where it's like, oh, this could use elemental mastery. This could actually use defense percent. And more crit damage, if I'm being honest. This actually got a pretty decent split, but could use elemental mastery. This could use ER. And then this actually could use like elemental mastery. But again, it was something that was on set, and that's fine. She is only level 80. This is what her stats look like right now. And obviously she'll get a little bit more crit rate once I ascend the slingshot. But her crit damage definitely could be higher. She is C0. She is on the level 60 slingshot, R5, and then she has level 8 talents. And then Bina. She is at just under 200 ER. Her unfortunately her crit stats are kind of negligible, but every little bit helped. I had to take her, put her onto Prototype Amber to help with energy, and primarily it was the healing. Because of Linnea's talents, she wasn't able to heal enough if somebody had gotten hit to be able to cleanse. So Bina being on this did help out a lot. Yeah. I think that's the highest ER piece on my entire account. And she still had to go on an ER Sands as well. But I typically run Bina on ER Sands just to make sure her burst goes off. And that's her normal goblet, and then the crit rate headpiece. And she's C0 as well. Talents 6, 10, 10. And then we have, of course, Zebai, the only horse in Genshin Impact. So she's on the crit rate set, so she's at 95 over 255. She is on Shiori's weapon. And again, this is an instance where some pieces could use elemental mastery and she didn't get it. Like her feather is fine. No elemental mastery. That one's fine. And this is actually fine as well. It just could roll a little bit better, I think, with the crit damage. But you know what? It's not bad at all. So those were the builds I had used for the clear, for Fearless. And you were fine. So Bina. Go back on the Sack Jade. The thing I hate about this, there is a part of me that just wants to leave the build alone. Because I could just leave the build alone and not have, because the Neff is already on Silken. But I tend to play Flynn's, so I believe this would be yours? Yeah. Kale, did you sell my stuff? No, you... $14. You know, it's actually kind of hard to tell now. I think she should be holding stuff for Lauma, so it might have been the one that was on Yeah, that looks about right. Call I had the stuff that was going to be for Lauma. And Anefa. So these were the biggest two that had to get their stuff actually swapped out. And you shared with Mina. That's something that still hasn't changed. I could roll this for Bina, but the crit rate is whatever, if I'm being honest. Why is that locked? Holy, like this one makes sense. Because I could just use that for Bina, but I don't know why that was locked, if I'm being perfectly honest. Yeah. Funnily enough, both Bina and Anefa had better stats with the Silken sets. It's actually kind of funny. All right. Let's go to the teapot. Let's get the transient.
This realm is. If you ever.
All right, let's. All right, let's go do the bosses. Oh, right. You're not gonna let me check the book here. That's fine. I see how it is.
Settle down.
Let my name echo in song! Stop, strike a pop! A little amuse-bouche! The pinnacle of action! Another star goes out!
King and Queen should present a united front.
I love how you didn't have anything else.
Fearless!
Bow your head. Be sanctified.
Time to shine! Showering you with the... Off to the freezer!
Ow!
Paradigm shift!
My power is immense.
Just
Settle
don't get
down.
stuck in the barrel.
At first,
I did this
freezer.
all sorts of backwards.
Merciless.
It is time
Huh?
to slay our foes with one almighty
Into the
Baldwin ceremony. Our performance has yet to conclude.
Silence.
Let my name echo in song! Strike a...
I dance for you, my
Goose
dear.
on the loose! Another star goes out!
Better. Much better than last week doing that. Sheesh. Okay, I got a knight and I got a queen. Got 8 of these, 1 of the queens. All right. At least it wasn't the freaking rook.
dust up.
Be shut.
Swirl, where to? Absorption test.
The long sleep beckons. Observe. To dust. Be silent. Night falls.
A new moon rises. Flame.
Entrance. Would you rather wallow in this rotten, decaying world?
Okay, I believe this one's Linnea's, so that's good. Crap and crap. Unfortunately, no solvent. Oops. And even though if I still don't get Lauma, well, I'll still need to farm this anyway.
Yeah, let's get this over with. I'm never late.
This world will be reduced to ashes.
The tides beckon.
Settle down.
Time to shine! Suffer the wrath of the... Letting brave names echo!
Now to the or be destroyed.
Why? I fucking hate this so much.
Show no mercy!
This world shall perish, and its ashes will
Let my name echo in song! Let the mountain's veins boil! You two! Time to end them!
You two will hear the...
Not Lauma's, unfortunately. Again, if I still decide to go for her, I would still need her drops. Blah, 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 blah. Vagrancy, I believe, is Linnea's. Alright, let's go back to Leeway. And we'll do 2 runs of Stygian.
Insulation chamber. Stay clear! Animal test 60.
Observe. Night falls.
Okay. Is that flat defense? It was flat defense. Okay. Could be something good for Linnea. Have to double check her.
Sir, defensive mode. Stay clear!
Night falls.
8 seconds. Ah, so close. Okay. I wish it had elemental mastery on it, but alright, so tomorrow I'll be able to, I think, finish out to get the feather. Okay, game. Thank you.
Ad Astra ab.
Give me my ore. Oops.
Ad Astra ab.
Okay, I'm not
Thank you
gonna
for
question why
completing-
Dory. Oh, it's because Dory had the Favonius before. I was like, why does Dory have the white blind? Oh, Sabai's done. And we know what that means.
Huh?
Linnea can take her spot.
Looking for me? Ready whenever.
Alright, let's fix this to what I had before.
Where are we gonna explore today?
This is just in case I need a bow in the other area. Yes, Lolly.
Leave me alone. Never mind.
Always the drunkard. Oh, hers is pretty. Oh, what does Linnea's look like? Battle Pass, special events, Nilu, Candace. Lot of BP ones. Oh, Kokomi's is actually really pretty. Like all the way down the bottom because she's new. Okay, Varka's is good. Linnea's is adorable. Sayu's? I actually, I know I have Sayu at Friendship 10. That's Charlotte, right? Yeah. Oh, that is cute. That is heckin' cute.
Dandelions? Of course they're When you're high up, everyone can hear your
Hard
voice.
work is all there is to the
Oh, my on crystals. Kind of low, if I'm being honest.
My strength still fails me.
Oh, we need to do Hilly Churl, actually. Gotta remember to do this. Honestly, I really gotta go through my artifacts at what I have locked and see if they still need to be locked. And then figure out what I'm trading for. I still really would like to upgrade Arlie if I can. But I think the smarter choice would actually be getting some more Noblesse or Tenacity pieces. you're not just. No, it was the other
My
account.
apologies.
Other account loose.
This heavy rain must be quite an inconvenience for you.
I legitimately has had to stop and I ran by here. He wasn't there. No, that was the other account. Sometimes they just merge together. And for anyone wondering if I'm still trying to fix my free-to-play account, the answer is technically yes. The thing I just have to take note of is the inconsistency on which I am going to be able to 36 the Abyss. That the account is going to 36 the Abyss. Let me rephrase that. I've been through this many a times. If I can't do it, Forrest usually attempts it. Just so I don't miss out on the primos. But I hadn't realized how inconsistent it was on 36ing. So... why are you never in Mondstadt anymore? Hi, Pixel. How you doing? Oh, now we gotta bring the Navia team out, because that's the one with Zhongli in it now. Or it was. Do I not have a team with Zhongli in it anymore? I don't. I don't know how I feel about that.
Sure.
Rise!
You are Dorito. No, we're not doing that. No. We already did the artifact room. I don't think he's out here. Nope. No, it's not here either. Okay, sure. You look in the harbor? No. If I had to guess, he's probably hanging with the Fatui again. Oh, nope, he's down here. Okay, that's fine.
Chop!
Coming at ya!
No, don't think he's up here. Do, 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 do. Navi is another character I probably should adjust the build on. Gotta check her ER. We do gotta make sure she's got a little bit of that. 129. I think it needs to be a little bit higher, although she is usually running with one other Geo. Oh, there he is.
This one's got your name on it. Ha!
Cool. Alright. We will leave Zhongli in there for now, since he's the only one that that I reliably have a construct with. Alright. Unfortunately, we don't have too much time before I go into Star Rail. And I was just gonna stop after doing Star Rail stuff today. Just in case I decide to pass out. Also need to scrounge for lunch. I have no idea what I'm doing for lunch today. I also have another cup of coffee that has my name on it. So there's not a heck of a lot. Let me come back over here for a sec. So I did miss more chests. Okay. Girl, I don't know what to give you for wings.
This is a pretty good haul. Lucky you.
Oh, was that the last one I had over here? Let's move back over this way. Desert might actually be done. Outside of that little part of the quest that I stumbled upon, I don't know where. Really good. Gave her the piano wings. They complement her colors. I don't think I have the piano wings. Because those were from like a concert, right? Yeah, I don't have those. So I guess my option... Yeah, those are way too bright on terms of the white. Too much blue. I mean, those aren't bad. Has the gold trim on it with the red. So it's probably the best ones I've got. Yeah, I guess those are the ones you're gonna get, girly. Ah, yes, the Google Maps thing. Okay, down this way. Hello, how you doing? Oh, right, these came back yesterday. I forgot to come back after them. Because once I finish, Onslaught, I'll have to ascend Linnea. I am right on top of it. Where is it? Showing down. Okay. Okay, I see the box. Oh, that must be where the box is. Okay. Was thinking about it.
Well, any good stuff in there?
All right, now just to make sure, this thing is probably showing me... You know what? I actually don't know. Oh, that wasn't... That was... Okay. That's where something was. I got that. Oh, I found it. Crabs.
Come say hi!
Bow your head.
hell is the music in here? Well, let's not get in the way of the train. Yep, just doing some exploration before I go into Star Rail.
Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has at least made it a worthwhile experience.
Can you make up your mind if you see this or not? There you go. Alright, where is this gonna take me? Out of curiosity, these weren't the KFC ones, right? Let me... These ones here. Were these the actual KFC ones from, like, Japan or whatever? Because I got those from McDonald's. Oh my god, game, could you not?
So shiny. Lumi, no! You can't eat that! Go, Lumi! Fulfill our pact!
Settle down.
Okay, the thumbs up got me. Ah! Give me a second to, like, adjust, game. Sheesh. Okay.
Bow your head.
Show no mercy! Seat lolling, eat papa, as you like it!
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now.
I don't think I've found a second, fragment. Yeah, I've only found one of each. $13. I think I need 20 to hand in. Okay, cool. Good job, newbie. Just making sure there's nothing in here, right? Yeah. Ah, Doovie, Doovie, are you okay? Look at his feet. Ow. Let me see if I can find this. And then I am going to flip over to HSR. Not much to do over there. We're just going to do Divergent Universe. Update is tomorrow.
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
Hang on. Okay, I guess I did do whatever this is. It just looked incredibly off to me. Alright, let's go back to Not Cry. Curiosity, what is my exploration in Temple of Space? 43%. Oh, I have been here. Okay. When I zoomed out, this looked like it was grayed out, and I was like, wait, I'm pretty sure I got all of the teleporters. I could have sworn. So 46, and we need, what, 80 total? Yeah. Alright. Tomorrow we'll go a little bit longer for that, but today we're taking it slow. That is the wrong button. Oh, we got an achievement too. Okay, we got 2 achievements. What did we get? Alright. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna flip over to HSR. I just noticed he's 8-bit. Yeah, so you can see I went in here. This was the event. I didn't do very much of the event. I don't like that minigame. accumulated points scheduled adjustment compensation. After the 4.2 update, the accumulated points for Divergent Universe, Simulated Universe, and Currency Wars will be merged. Where the points require the simulated universe will not be updated and the rewards distributed directly. Oh, that's what that is. I was gonna say that looked familiar. Uh, okay, that's cool. So yes, I went into the event yesterday, just to see why Anaxa was there. Because, you know, he's in the book. He technically shouldn't be there, right? It was silly for the reason that he was there. I love that his, like, nickname or code name or whatever it was Lone Eye Dragon. Anaxa's my spirit animal. I'm not gonna lie, he's my spirit animal. Wait. Oh, right, because they're gonna be merged. Huh. I'm so confused. So wait, do we actually not have anything to do outside of, like, farming for Silverwolf? And even then, I don't even know if I'm gonna get anything from it.
That looks like a tough one. Let me test
A
the
will
waters
of metal
first.
and
Turn over this eternal pain. A direct offensive?
Light up the dawn.
So yeah, I was amused by Anaxa's presence in the event, but that was pretty much it.
earth shatters, heaven trembles.
Stars, shine for the heroes. Step onto the board.
A future will come.
Soaring above the lands. This is permanent!
Oh, now he's just gonna sit there until Cyrene gets her ultimate.
Your downfall is absolute.
Tomorrow. A future will come.
Flowers, bloom for tomorrow.
I'm fine.
Kinda hurts.
Mountains roar, dragons rise! I'll endure. Soaring above the lands. This is permanent!
For tomorrow. A future will come.
Kinda hurts. Stars, shine for the heroes.
You're almost there, Cyrene.
Kinda hurts. Your downfall is absolute.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
There we go. Now we get to
Memories
Solana.
waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love. May world-bearing ignite the dawn. Don't blink. May law walk into the stars. Rewrite destruction with me! Your downfall is absolute.
Soaring above the lands. This is permanent!
Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. You sun, tear the sky.
they're just gonna kill themselves.
Quench the flames of blood.
No clemency, only death.
Our agony! Hail the new dawn! You sun, tear the sky!
In formation!
Rawr.
Is that all?
Verb.
Quench the
1%.
flames of blood. Branded with strife!
Fire damage, HP with nothing, HP with nothing. I technically would like double crit, but I ain't gonna sneeze at something with speed on it. Speed double crit. Again, I don't know who is going to need this set. Like, obviously this is for, like, Asheville, so... could be used for somebody else. Now we gotta back out, set it up again.
Say, this is a pretty good spot to...
Okay, 3 more runs. I got a double crit HP
looks like a
orb
tough one.
yesterday, which
Let me test the
A
is
will
waters.
is
good,
metal.
but I
Turn over
believe
this
Silver
turn-
Wolf is gonna
a
want
direct
speed and crit
offensive?
damage more
Light up
so.
the dawn.
So I probably end up being overcapped, if I'm being honest.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles.
Stars, shine for the heroes.
Punishment! Justice in formation!
Step onto the board.
I also see that
Future
the battle
will
pass
come.
is already gone. I didn't even make it to level 60 on my battle pass.
Soaring
Let's
above
turn
the
around.
lands. This is permanence!
Kinda hurts. Your downfall is absolute.
Tomorrow! A future will come!
Flowers, bloom for tomorrow.
Justice in formation!
Mountains roar, dragons rise!
For tomorrow! A future will come!
Stars, shine for the heroes. Kinda hurts.
Soaring above the lands. This is permanence!
Memories waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love. May world bearing ignite the dawn. Don't blink. May law walk into the stars. Rewrite destruction with me! Your downfall is absolute.
Soaring above the lands. This is permanence!
Well, at least we'll have one
Fury
going
of
to Slana.
innumerable core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn!
Oh, that was the last one. Okay, we have one with HP and just crit damage. Wish I had speed. No, no. No, and didn't get a rope at all. So I'm probably gonna have to craft one, if I'm being honest. I think I'm still missing
Say,
like actual
this
relics
is
for her too, but I needed to
Lexicon.
farm that. Crap! Alright, we're in front of Divergent, so oh my god, why? Okay, there we go. Now will you stop? Thank you. What's that? Go back to fine on. Okay. You can let fine on have some fun. Oh, I guess this is a continuation from what I was doing before, right?
Light up the dawn.
We love fine on in this house. DOT? Frick that. Where we can take the break damage. Just to make sure. Oh, it did. I thought that would have been close enough for me to hit that. Run and begin onto. Give me that level 2 wealth. Yamba! Ooh. Go the elite.
That looks like a tough one. Let me test the waters first.
A will of metal and stone.
Turn over this eternal pain. A direct offensive?
Light up the dawn.
Shutting.
Step onto the board.
Well, I didn't need
Earth
to do any of
shatters,
that.
heaven trembles.
I didn't need to do any of that. Just to be on the safe side, we'll take that one. Boss
looks
level,
like a
here you
tough
go.
one. Let me test the...
You're fine, fine on. You worry too much. Oh, whoops, I had one more.
A will of metal and stone.
Turn over this eternal pain. A direct offensive?
Light up the dawn.
Step onto the board.
Mountains roar, dragons
How
rise!
fast will this die?
Your downfall is absolute.
Soaring above the lands, this is permanence! Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
I'm fine.
Ow. Right upside the head.
Press the attack. Stars, shine for the heroes.
Get him, fine on.
For tomorrow!
I'll endure.
Flowers, bloom for tomorrow.
A future will come!
Didn't even need Kislana. The seal of approval. Combat level 2, let's go. Should I be going into the other doors? Yes. Yes, I should.
Light up the dawn.
But then I can't do that. Oh, whoops. That's gonna do nothing, because I have no elation. Ooh, that was a lot of level up. Two attaches the beacon disaster relief. Obtain one store domain with a level 1 higher than the current plan. Store level 5. Doo doo doo. Doo 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 doo. I got all level 1s.
pretty good luck.
Ooh, store level 5. Let's go. What do we got, Herta? Okay, lose all blessings. Okay. All right, let's just get it out of the way. But because I did that, I got so much freaking shit. Just buy out the shop. That's fine. We don't do follow-up attack, but we can do that. Well, I guess we could do that, actually. Getting the stuff I don't have, 'cause why not? Might as well. Oh, now I'm a speedy boy. Combat level 2.
Light
Yeah,
up the
dead.
dawn. Another boss. That looks like a tough one. Let me test the waters first.
No need to hesitate. Your judgment brought you this far.
I have no skill points. Well, that's interesting.
I'll endure.
Ow!
Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
Turns out
Stars,
skill points are
shine for the
important.
heroes. Step onto the board.
For tomorrow! A future will come!
Ow! Poor Cerebra.
Mountains roar, dragons rise!
Thank you, healing.
Soaring above the lands, this is permanence!
For tomorrow!
Ah.
Light up the dawn.
Let's just get stuff we haven't gotten. That's fine. Probably would like the fatal hit, just in case. Ooh, level 2 elite.
That looks like a tough one.
I should have done
I'll
first.
stand in their way.
Your downfall
That's
is
good, Donna.
absolute.
I'm glad.
Soaring above the lands, this is permanence! Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
That's fine. We all have shields.
Stars, shine for the heroes. A bloody fight.
A future will come. For tomorrow. A future will come.
Flowers, bloom for tomorrow.
For tomorrow. A future will come.
Soaring above the lands, this is permanence!
Stars, shine for the heroes. Press the attack.
The red
Memories
fairy
waiting to be
Lana.
woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love. May world-bearing ignite the dawn. Don't blink. May law walk into the stars. Cleanse hatred with love. Your downfall is absolute.
Du-du-du. Du-du-du-du. Bueno, también que entre. Respite. Bye, Screwy. Well, I guess I could buy stuff from Screwy. I should have cosmic fragments. Oh, we don't have that. Let's buy that. It's the dot one. Boss time.
That looks like a tough one. Let me test the
A
waters
will
first.
of metal and
Turn over this eternal. A direct offensive?
Light up the dawn.
Look, it's the thing we were fighting earlier.
Step onto the floor.
earth shatters, heaven trembles.
Your downfall is absolute.
Soaring above the lands, this is permanence! Mountains roar, dragons rise!
Just so pretty, really.
Press the attack. Stars, shine for the heroes.
For tomorrow, a future will come. For tomorrow, a future will come. For tomorrow.
That kind of hurts.
That actually did hurt. You're almost out of your shield.
In formation!
Flowers, bloom for tomorrow.
I'm fine. A future
Ooh,
will
that
come.
actually took down Final Shield.
Step forward.
I can't let them down.
No clemency.
Oh, actually,
Soaring above the lands, this is permanence! Soaring above the lands, this is permanence!
Your downfall is absolute. Stars, shine for the heroes.
alright, Final's turn. We should get
Flaming
Cyreni's
beast.
burst.
For tomorrow.
Memories waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love. May world-bearing ignite the dawn. Don't blink. May law walk into the stars. Rewrite destruction with me! Your downfall is absolute. Your downfall is absolute.
Soaring above the lands, this is permanence! Soaring above the lands, this is permanence!
Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. You sun, tear the sky. Hail the new dawn.
Eh.
Amphorius will welcome a true dawn.
No, I don't need to save that one. Truth be told, I probably didn't get anything that was really going to be helpful. I was just trying to unlock stuff. Heck yeah. Alright. Yeah. Got the dailies done. like there's really anything I can check here because I didn't put anything on for Silver Wolf somewhere else. So that's all that. Let's how are we doing on police? All right, so that's 4. So we're at 55. So we're at 69. Nice. That's pretty close to getting the 5-star, and I'm at 0. So that's not too bad. Honestly. Got 3 here. Am I close to anything? I might get a 4-star. And we're at 16 from that. 2. 3. No, I did not get a 4-star. Because the game just doesn't want to give any out. Alright, but that's going to do it for me today. I am actually just going to cut it short. Gonna go rummage for some lunch. Probably take a nap since, again, explain the weird sleepiness. Honestly, I'm actually really surprised, like, when my back is to the window, I get so cold, it gets stiff, and I can't sleep. But if my face is facing it, I'm fine. It's weird. I'm weird. We all know this. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Starville will be really quick tomorrow. It'll just be dailies and just autoing something random while I have lunch, probably. But we'll do some more exploration and hopefully more of the story for the Temple of Space on my main account tomorrow. So, yeah. I will see everybody then, and until then, take care.